Welcome back to Sleepy Palm Island. Tonight, we find a hidden place deep in the jungle where an ancient tree rises at the heart of the waterfalls. Here we rest among the falls, wrapped in mist and steady sound. This story is nothing more than being here now. A quiet flow that softens your thoughts, loosens the body, and carries you toward rest until the murmur of water guides you peacefully into sleep. So get comfortable, breathe with the waterfall slowly, and let's drift into tonight's story. The night rests warm upon the path. Air drifts in slow currents, soft against the face. Leaves shift in steady rhythm, a language without words. Mist gathers near the ground, folding and unfolding like the quiet breath of the island. Your steps fall easy, unhurried. The air smells of damp stone and the sweetness of unseen flowers. A gentle trace of salt lingers, as if the ocean left a memory in the wind. Hands hang loosely at the sides, skin brushed by the warmth of night. The shoulders drift lower, the chest softens, breath flowing as it wishes. Far above, stars keep their watch. They do not hurry, they simply remain, patient and calm. Somewhere beyond the trees, a faint golden glow waits. It does not call, it simply shines, like a promise without demand. The body notices the rhythm, the way water and wind and breath move together. A slow union, easy, assured. You pause at a shallow stream. Fingers brush its surface. Cool rings widen outward, disappearing into the dark. The sound settles inside you, as if the stream were flowing through the chest. Mist thickens for a moment, then clears, leaving the air silvered and kind. The trail continues. Steps follow without thought. Every movement is gentle, every sense quiet. Ahead, the hush of falling water grows fuller, a soft curtain of sound. The glow behind it trembles faintly, like light seen through closed eyes. The path does not ask effort. It carries you as night carries the island, as water carries its own endless song. Shoulders soften further. Eyes grow heavy, breath deepens, and the body finds ease in each slow moment. The night is wide, yet close, a shelter of palms, a shelter of sound, a shelter of stillness. You walk on, wrapped in warmth, guided by quiet, moving toward the gentle heart of the island. The hush of the island deepens. Each step folds into sand and earth. Each breath lays softer upon the body. The palms lean with kindness, their shadows draping the path in long, patient strokes. Above, stars drift slow and even, as if they too were rocking toward rest. A chorus of crickets holds the edges of silence, not loud, never urgent, just steady, like a thread sewing the night together. The air is thick with warmth. It presses gently against the skin, not heavy, but close, like a blanket that remembers your shape. A faint mist hangs low, cool ribbons brushing the ankles. Each ribbon passes, leaving behind the suggestion of water, the nearness of rivers, the breath of waterfalls waiting ahead. You walk without thinking of walking. The body moves, the night moves with it, everything part of the same rhythm. A rustle among the leaves is only a small lizard crossing bark. Its sound fades, absorbed into the general hush. Nothing disturbs, everything belongs. The scent of damp moss rises. It carries the memory of rain. Perhaps earlier in the day a storm passed here, and the island still exhales its freshness. Your shoulders let go again. Your jaw loosens. The neck tilts with ease, welcoming the soft weight of night. A turn in the path reveals a narrow stream. Water trickles with silver persistence. Its voice is high, delicate, contrasting with the deeper roar that waits further on. You kneel. Fingers dip into the flow. The chill is mild, friendly, as though the stream has waited to greet you. Ripples expand, circles within circles, spreading until the eye can no longer follow. Each circle feels like an echo in the chest, small heartbeats dissolving into calm. The trail becomes smoother. Roots give way to flat stone, cool beneath bare soles. Mist rises thicker, soft veils that drift and reform. Through one veil shines a glow, muted and golden, blending with spray in a luminous haze. The glow steadies, its presence constant, yet never demanding. Breath slows again. It finds the same rhythm as the fall of distant water. Inhale matches the upward drift of mist. Exhale the downward pour of streams. A bird calls once, a hollow sound, low and round, vanishing quickly. The silence that follows feels larger, as if the island itself is listening with you. Feet move closer to the growing hush. The ground softens, moss replacing stone. It springs gently beneath each step, like a cushion prepared in advance. The smell changes, wetter, greener, carrying minerals and the cool breath of rock. It is the scent of places where water lives long. Ahead, the voice of waterfalls thickens, not a single stream, but many, braided into one wide harmony. Each tone stacks upon the other, creating a sound that is less like noise and more like foundation. Mist beads on skin, 1,000 fine touches, cool and tender. The body receives them like blessings, each drop a reminder of presence. You notice your breath again, slow, deep, carried by the sound around you. The waterfalls breathe, and you breathe with them. The glow behind the veil of water grows closer. It flickers not with urgency, but with patience, as if it has always been there, waiting for whoever arrives. The path narrows to a ledge. The rock is damp, covered with slick moss, but soft to the step, yielding without threat. You place a hand on the stone wall beside you. It is cool, firm, comforting in its solidity. The stone hums faintly, perhaps from the endless vibration of nearby falls. Each step forward feels more certain, the body lighter, the mind quieter, as though the waterfalls themselves absorb every thought. The canopy opens, the sky reveals itself, filled with stars that drift above mist like lanterns. Somewhere below them, the golden glow brightens once more. You arrive at the clearing, and the world opens in a way that feels both vast and intimate. Before you rises the tree, its trunk wide, ancient, spiraling upward with patient strength. Every curve of bark looks carved by centuries of water and wind, a testament to endurance, a story written in wood. Branches spread like welcoming arms. Their crowns of green stretch wide, each leaf edged by golden light that pours from behind the waterfall. The glow is soft yet radiant, illuminating mist, turning spray into countless lanterns, each one flickering only for a heartbeat before melting back into the air. The waterfalls descend from the cliffs, many layers, many voices, each stream weaving into the next. They fall with a rhythm that feels older than memory. The sound is steady, a great breathing, an endless lullaby poured from stone into water. Mist rises around you. It clings to your skin, tiny beads gathering on arms, cool on the forehead, sliding down the neck. Each drop feels alive, as though the falls themselves have touched you. The scent here is dense. It is the green of moss, the sharp freshness of stone washed clean, the sweetness of unseen blossoms carried by the night air. The air is heavy, yet comforting, thick with moisture, charged with the fragrance of growth and time. You step closer. The ground is rock, dark and glistening under the spray. Beneath your feet the stone is slick, yet strangely reassuring, like standing on something eternal. Roots of the great tree twist over these stones, gripping them firmly, offering places to rest. Your hand finds the bark. It is rough in texture, ridges deep and strong beneath your fingertips. Moisture has seeped into every groove, making the surface cool, like stone disguised as wood. The light continues to pour from behind the tree. It is not harsh, not blinding, but golden, gentle, like a fire that has no heat, only warmth for the spirit. It silhouettes the branches in radiant halos, and every leaf shines as though lit from within. The water at the base of the rock swirls in small pools. It glimmers with the reflection of the glow, golden currents in a sea of deep green. You watch them fold around stones, spiral outward, then dissolve into the darker river beyond. The sound is everywhere. The falls thunder above, but their voice is softened by distance, turned into a steady wall of sound. Closer, smaller rivulets cascade down roots and stones, each one trickling, each one chiming in a delicate counterpoint. Together they form layers, like voices in a choir, one deep, one bright, one whispering. You breathe deeper. The chest expands, filling with the coolness of mist. Exhaling, you feel the release of tension, as though the water is carrying it away. Inside, a stillness forms. The mind grows quiet, following the endless repetition of falling water. There is no urge to move quickly, no need for words, only presence. Here, in this place where tree and water and light meet, the tree seems alive beyond its form. It feels like a guardian, its roots gripping stone like hands holding the island steady, its branches wide and protective, sheltering the glow, offering peace to whoever comes near. A soft vibration moves through the ground, resonance from the waterfalls. You feel it in your legs, in your chest, as if the earth itself were breathing beneath you. The glow shifts with the mist, sometimes bright, sometimes veiled. But even when hidden, its presence is felt, steady, unwavering, like a companion watching in silence. You sit at the base of the tree. The roots shape themselves into a natural seat, cozy and cradling. The bark presses against your back, firm yet supportive. Moss cushions the stone beneath, damp but welcoming. The air here is filled with cool spray, but your body feels warm, surrounded by golden light, held in balance by water and glow. Your senses begin to blur, not fading, but weaving into one another. The sound of the water becomes touch. The glow of the tree becomes breath. The scent of moss becomes memory. Inside, calm expands. The heart slows. Thoughts dissolve. Only the present remains, the steady hush, the golden radiance, the timeless strength of the tree. You rest in this place, every sense soothed, every part of the body held. The island cradles you, and you surrender to its peace. The glow lingers, spilling softly from behind the waterfall, gilding the trunk of the tree, turning every curve of bark into a sculpture of light and shadow. The branches lift high, reaching outward with calm assurance, their leaves trembling gently in the mist. Each leaf seems to glow at the edges, haloed by the radiance pouring from beyond. The waterfalls surround you. They descend in tall ribbons, white and silver in the night, sliding endlessly down the cliffs. Their voices blend, one low and steady, one sharper, one like a hidden whisper deep in the stone. Together they weave a music that fills every corner of the clearing. The air is saturated with spray. It clings to your skin, collects on your eyelashes, soaks the moss beneath you. Cool droplets trickle down your arms, but the golden glow warms you from within, a balance of coolness and warmth that feels as if the island itself breathes through you. The scent here is thick and layered, wet stone, moss releasing its green fragrance, the sweetness of unseen blossoms carried on the night breeze. The air tastes fresh, mineral and pure, like water drawn from the heart of the mountain. You shift slightly against the root, Its bark is textured and strong, yet it cradles your back like an old friend. Moss softens the stone at your side, damp but tender, a cushion shaped by centuries of falling mist. Your hand rests on the root. It is cool, with grooves deep as rivers. Moisture beads along its ridges, sliding into your palm, leaving a trace of the tree's life upon your skin. The glow steadies. It feels alive, not only light, but presence. It reaches into the chest, slowly, gently, loosening the last threads of tension. Breath deepens. Inhale carries the hush of water. Exhale carries release, a surrender that feels effortless. The sound of the waterfalls grows familiar, like a voice you have always known. They no longer thunder, they murmur. They fold themselves into your hearing until you cannot tell where their sound ends and your own breathing begins. The stars above glow faintly between gaps in the cliffs. Their pale shimmer scatters across the mist. Some glints are steady, others flicker as droplets drift across them. The night sky looks softened, like a blanket stretched wide over the island. Every sense is full, but none are overwhelming. They merge, becoming one steady stream of perception. Sound flows into sight, sight into touch, touch into scent. Everything blends, everything dissolves into the calm that surrounds you. Your eyelids grow heavier. They lower slowly, but even closed, the glow remains. It paints the inside of your vision gold, warm and steady, like a quiet flame that never burns, only comforts. The tree hums silently through its roots. You feel the vibration in your spine, low, constant, grounding. It tells you of time beyond measure, seasons passing, water falling, always the same, always renewing. Your breath joins this rhythm. Inhale, cool mist filling the chest. Exhale, warmth spilling outward. Each cycle slower, each cycle deeper. The waterfalls pour on. Their song holds no urgency. It is endless repetition, the comfort of sameness, the peace of something that never changes. You sink further into the root's embrace. Legs grow heavy, arms fall loose, the whole body rests, not needing to move, not needing to hold. Inside, thoughts grow faint. Each one that rises dissolves into mist, slipping away before it can form. What remains is silence, a silence that is not empty, but filled with presence, with light, with the sound of water falling forever. The glow shifts once more. It flares softly, illuminating the curtain of mist. Droplets sparkle like scattered stars, thousands of them, each one here only for an instant, each one disappearing into the night. Yet the glow does not fade. It is constant. It holds steady. It waits, like a companion who will never leave. The clearing becomes a sanctuary. Every sound, every scent, every drop of water belongs. There is no separation, no division between you and the place. You are within it, and it is within you. The body melts further. The chest rises slowly. The exhale lingers, stretching long and quiet. Muscles release, bones soften, everything yielding to stillness. The waterfalls continue, the glow continues, the night continues, and you remain cradled, safe, complete. Eyes close fully now. Inside, the glow is still there, warm behind the lids, a companion for dreams. The hush of water enters your hearing, becomes your heartbeat, becomes your breath. The body surrenders completely. Mind drifts into silence. You rest, bathed in golden light, wrapped in the song of waterfalls, held by the roots of the ancient tree. Here sleep finds you, not sudden, not forced, but natural, inevitable, as gentle as mist settling on stone. You slip into it as though the island itself were closing its eyes and inviting you to dream within its timeless embrace. Dream moves like water through the roots. It curls slow and unbroken, carrying you deeper into its hidden chambers. The tree hums quietly, not with sound, but with the memory of ages pressed into its rings. Each layer a season, each season a reminder of endurance. The waterfalls continue their descent, a curtain of silver threads weaving through the night. Behind your closed eyes, they remain, constant, assured. A faint shimmer of light touches the inner sky, not bright, only soft, like the afterglow of lanterns at dusk. It drifts across the mind, calming each thought that stirs. The body is almost weightless now, arms no longer remembered, legs no longer asked to move. Every part of you is absorbed into the earth's wide embrace. Breath is slow, an ebb and a flow. Each inhale gathers mist, each exhale releases into endless dark. The pattern writes itself, effortless, self-sustaining. A night bird moves beyond the falls. Its shadow crosses the glow for only a moment. The rhythm of water accepts it and continues unchanged. A single droplet slides from your brow. It falls soundless into the moss below. The drop vanishes, yet the cool trace it leaves behind lingers, like a final note stretched into silence. Time bends in this place. Minutes stretch long, hours dissolve. All that remains is presence, presence that asks nothing, presence that gives everything. Somewhere within the glow, an unseen current stirs. It moves gently, like golden breath folding into mist. You feel it touch your chest, light as a hand resting in kindness. The mind loosens, dream rises again, sliding over you like water over stone. It carries you further, to the threshold where thought no longer holds shape. There you rest, between glow and darkness, between water and silence. The island keeps watch, the tree keeps guard. The glow remains steady, and you drift, held by all of it, into the quiet sleep that waits without end. The depth of night continues to unfold, its silence layered, its calm steady, drawing you further inward. The waterfalls do not pause, they pour ceaselessly, falling in threads of silver and white, each strand dissolving into mist, each mist rising again like breath returned. Their rhythm is unbroken, an endless weaving of sound, filling the clearing, settling inside the chest. You rest at the base of the tree. The roots embrace the body, broad and firm, yet shaped into curves that cradle. Moss cushions every hollow, cool, damp, tender against the skin. The bark behind you is rough, its grooves deep, each ridge storing the coolness of night. When your hand brushes across it, it feels alive, steady with the memory of centuries. golden light seeps from behind the curtain of water. It touches the branches, spills through the leaves, flares softly in the rising mist. The glow bends across droplets, fractures into tiny sparks, each one here for an instant, each one vanishing before the eye can hold it. Yet the warmth lingers inside, behind the eyes, in the chest that grows easier with every breath. The air is rich with scent, green moss breathing moisture, stone exhaling minerals, flowers unseen releasing sweetness into the dark. Salt from distant sea drifts faintly in, woven with earth's damp fragrance. The mixture is dense, so full it feels drinkable, as though the air itself is nourishment. Breath moves slowly now. Inhale, cool mist gathering in lungs. Exhale, long warmth spilling outward. Each cycle deeper, longer, steadier. The body follows, muscles loosening, limbs sinking, spine resting fully into the root's embrace. Water touches the edges of stone. It swirls around rocks in small eddies, light glinting in golden arcs across dark pools. Sometimes a droplet leaps, catching the glow, then falling back with a soft sound. Each ring it makes widens outward, then disappears into quiet surface. The sound layers around you. Far above, deep thunder of tall falls. Closer, streams rushing over ledges. Nearest, small rivulets tracing down stone, dropping with gentle plinks into moss and pools. Each layer rests atop the other until the clearing is filled with a chorus that has no beginning, no end. Your breath synchronizes unconsciously. The slow rise of chest echoes the swell of water. The fall of exhale mirrors the streams cascading down. Everything in rhythm, everything in accord. A faint vibration trembles through the ground. You feel it in your spine, in the soles of feet, low, resonant, like the island humming beneath itself. This hum is not heard, but known, an unspoken reminder that everything holds together, root and stone, tree and water, light and mist. Your senses dissolve into one another. The cool of droplets becomes the taste of air. The scent of moss becomes texture under your hand. The glow behind lids becomes warmth along the skin. Everything blending, everything flowing. Time drifts wide here. Moments stretch long, each one filled completely, yet free of urgency. There is no rush, only unfolding, slow as water carving stone, gentle as mist settling over moss. The stars turn above, hidden often by spray, then visible again, faint and silver. They are steady, unchanging, like guardians stationed far away, yet always present. Your thoughts, when they arise, are faint shadows. They drift like leaves in water, circling once, then dissolving, lost to the flow. No need to hold them, no need to resist. They arrive, they pass, they are gone. The glow pulses once more, its radiance thickens the mist. Every droplet becomes a lantern for a heartbeat. The clearing seems full of stars, but stars that can be touched, breathed, absorbed into the body. When they vanish, the warmth remains, deep, steady, internal. You lower your head against the root. The weight is supported. No strain left, no effort needed. Every contour of bark meets you in ease. The spine releases, bones soften, the body folds further into stillness. Breath slows again. It is no longer measured. It is natural, arising on its own, falling on its own. The chest rises faintly, falls faintly, each cycle a wave that carries you deeper. Let the breath find its own rhythm. It is already steady. It is already perfect. Nothing more is required. Notice how the shoulders grow softer still. They are weightless now, as though they never carried anything at all. The arms float, loose, without tension, without effort. The night holds you deeper. The sound of water folds into your chest. It no longer feels outside. It is inside. It is your rhythm. It is your silence. The glow remains. It does not move. It does not change. It only stays warm, constant, faithful. It asks for nothing, gives everything. Let the breath drift further into stillness. Inhale arrives like a whisper. Exhale fades like mist. There is no separation anymore. Breath, body, and night all dissolve into one. Notice the chest, how it hardly rises now. Notice the heart, how it beats slower, like a drum deep in the earth, steady, assured, calm. Every sound outside folds into a single hum. The waterfalls, the wind in leaves, the distant call of night. They merge into one presence, a blanket of sound that covers you completely, sealing you in rest. Let the mind sink. It has nothing left to do. It is free now, free from tasks, free from searching, free from holding. It can drift away, lighter than air, softer than shadow. Notice the stillness of the legs. They no longer belong to weight. They no longer belong to effort. They are only extensions of the earth, connected to roots, drawn into quiet soil. The arms, too, are gone into silence. The hands open wide, the fingers curl only with ease, every joint loose, every tendon slack, every bone resting. Let the breath find its own rhythm. Trust what has always carried you. Trust what will continue even as you fall into sleep. The body has disappeared into calm. Only awareness remains, and even that is fading, softening, dissolving. Notice how thoughts do not return. They try, but they dissolve on arrival, like mist on warm stone, like ripples fading on a pool. Only quiet remains, only the glow remains. The glow steadies. It does not waver. It does not end. It is with you, inside you, around you. You are wrapped in its warmth, like a child held against the heart of night. Let the shoulders grow softer. Let the breath become even lighter. Let the whole body surrender. There is nothing to resist. There is nothing to control, only rest. The waterfalls sing on, their voices endless, their rhythm eternal. You join them now. You become part of their song. You fall with them into stillness, into peace. Notice how everything slows. Notice how everything fades. Notice how nothing is missing. All is whole. All is complete. All is safe. Let the breath find its own rhythm. Notice how the shoulders grow softer. Notice how the body is no longer separate from the night. You are the night. You are the quiet. You are the endless rest that waits here. And as you drift further, as sleep takes you completely, the glow will remain. The sound will remain, the care will remain. You are safe, you are free, you are home. And now you sleep deeply, completely, without end.